The velvet curtain of Hollywood has drawn closed on one of its most luminous luminaries, Diane Keaton, whose passing at 79 has unleashed a torrent of heartfelt remembrances from the stars who orbited her extraordinary world. The actress, whose career wove threads of whimsy, wit, and unflinching authenticity through the fabric of American cinema, departed this life on a quiet Saturday, leaving behind a legacy that continues to enchant and inspire. From the sun-kissed sets of Annie Hall to the revenge-fueled hilarity of the First Wives Club, Keaton's presence was a masterclass in vulnerability masked as Vogue, a fedora-tipped enigma who redefined elegance with every eccentric step. As news rippled through the industry, colleagues past and present gathered their grief into tributes that illuminate not just her talent, but the indelible mark she left on souls and screens alike. Leading the chorus was Bette Midler, the divine Miss M herself, whose partnership with Keaton in the 1996 comedy drama The First Wives Club forged a bond as unbreakable as their characters' scheming solidarity. At 79, Midler turned to Instagram, a digital confessional for her raw sorrow, sharing a carousel of candid photos that captured their on-set sorority. Keaton mid-laugh, eyes crinkled in unbridled joy, the duo flanking Goldie Hawn in a tableau of triumphant femininity. The brilliant, beautiful, extraordinary Diane Keaton has died, Midler inscribed, her words a lament laced with love. I cannot tell you how unbearably sad this makes me. She was hilarious and completely without guile or any of the competitiveness one would have expected from such a star. What you saw was who she was. Oh la la la. That signature phrase, a playful echo of Keaton's Annie Hall quirkiness, sealed the tribute like a kiss, affectionate, absurd, utterly Diane. Midler's reflection evokes the film's essence. Three women scorned, rising with razor-sharp humor to reclaim their power, a narrative Keaton embodied with her trademark blend of neurosis and nerve. Piers Morgan, the silver-tongued broadcaster whose opinions often ignite debate, offered a more succinct salute via X, the platform once known as Twitter. At 60, Morgan's voice carries the weight of impartial admiration, cutting through partisan noise to honor Keaton's artistry. R.I.P. Diane Keaton, 79. Oscar-winning star of Annie Hall, brilliant in The Godfather and Father of the Bride movies. One of Hollywood's greatest actresses and a delightful lady. Sad news, he posted, pairing it with a black-and-white still from The Godfather, where Keaton's Kay Adams gazes with quiet fortitude. Morgan's nod to her versatility, from the operatic tragedy of Francis Ford Coppola's mafia epic to the familial farce of Father of the Bride, highlights Keaton's chameleon-like range, a quality that endeared her to directors and audiences across genres. Film director Joey Kuhn, whose lens has captured intimate portraits in works like Those People, channeled his heartbreak through cinema's poetry. On Instagram, he resurrected a clip from 1977's Annie Hall, Keaton's Oscar-crowning triumph, where she croons "Seems Like Old Times" in a moment of loopy longing. The caption read like an epitaph, "Rest in peace to the incomparable Oscar-winning actress Diane Keaton, 1946 to 2025." Later, via stories, a simple, "This one hurts," accompanied a broken heart emoji, a digital tear for a woman whose vulnerability pierced screens. Kuhn's choice of scene underscores Annie Hall's revolutionary intimacy, a semi-autobiographical romp with Woody Allen that shattered rom-com conventions, earning Keaton her golden statuette for a performance that was equal parts scattershot and soulful. Amy Sedaris, the comedic alchemist known for her surreal Strangers with Candy antics, mirrored Kuhn's homage with her own Annie Hall excerpt, a visual hymn to Keaton's originality. Heartbreaking. A true original. Artist. Beautiful. Spirit in the sky, Sedaris wrote, her words a haiku of heartache. Sedaris, whose deadpan eccentricity owes a debt to Keaton's trailblazing oddity, captures the actress's ethereal quality. A spirit who danced through life's absurdities with the lightness of a jazz riff, her menswear ensembles and wide-brim hats as iconic as her line deliveries. Paul Feig, the auteur behind Bridesmaids and A Simple Favor, penned a X post that blended professional reverence with personal warmth. I was so honored to call Diane Keaton a friend. She was an amazingly kind and creative person who also just happened to be a Hollywood legend. She has been taken from us far too soon. We will miss you, Diane, he declared. Feig's tribute speaks to Keaton's off-screen grace. In an industry rife with egos, she was a collaborator who elevated ensembles, her insights on set as generous as her laughter. Their paths crossed in modern comedies, where Feig drew from Keaton's comedic DNA, that effortless fusion of pathos and punchline that made Baby Boom a blueprint for working mom anthems. Elizabeth Banks, the multifaceted force of Pitch Perfect and Charlie's Angels, amplified Keaton's cultural colossus on Instagram. She was beloved in her industry. Every one of us idolizes her. Her influence on culture, fashion, art and women can't be overstated. She was a delight. I am proud I have a career that allowed me to meet her and breathe her air, Banks effused. This paean to Keaton's ripple effect, from pioneering androgynous style, those Annie Hall vests and scarves, to championing women's narratives in the First Wives Club, positions her as a feminist foremother. Banks, who helmed all-female reboots, credits Keaton's blueprint. A woman who wielded wit as a weapon, turning personal quirks into universal truths.